Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Taylor Terrell. This is my channel, so welcome. I wanted to show you guys today the kegg fertility monitor. This is something that I'm really excited to try in our fertility journey. If you're not aware or you're just new here, we've been trying to conceive for about 2.5 years. Kind of lose track, so I don't remember exactly the amount specifically, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, and we've done a lot of tests, and our experience personally, we've pretty much had normal results for everything, so we're not really sure what's going on. I was reached out to by this company kegg, which I'm really excited about because essentially it just helps to track your cervical mucus, which is something that I never felt comfortable enough to track myself. I've used OPKs, I've done BBT, took my, if you don't know, BBT is your basal body temperature. Basically, you take your temperature every single morning, and the days that you ovulate, your temperature is supposed to rise just slightly. But I think sometimes it can be hard to track that. I did have a Daisy, which is what I was using, and so it connected to a computer and it made it a lot easier for me, but it is pretty pricey. I know some people just use a regular thermometer, but it can be a lot to monitor and makes it really difficult on the person that's already stressed about trying to conceive and then trying to track all this stuff on top of it. My issue with OPKs as well is that I felt like mine weren't very accurate. For a long time, I thought I wasn't even ovulating and told my doctor that, and she ended up taking a blood test and I was ovulating. But the reason I think I thought I wasn't is because I had always heard you're supposed to take your OPKs, your ovulation predictor kit. It's basically you dip those little test strips in your urine, and then it's supposed to tell you if you're ovulating. And then you have that window to obviously try. So I thought I wasn't, because a lot of times, like, there were multiple months where my tests were never positive. So I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I'm not ovulating, yada yada. Turns out I was. And I thought you were supposed to be testing in the middle of the day, which is what I had seen online multiple times. But my doctor and I were talking about it, and I was like, well, I drink a lot of water. And she said that could definitely dilute the urine, which can make the results less accurate. So I think that's what was happening for me. And so she told me I could either test first thing in the morning. Anyway, point of that all is that there is a lot of room for error, and there's a lot of room for things to not be fully accurate. Whereas with this thing, I will show you how cool this is. So another way that you can track your fertility is to track your cervical mucus, which I never even got into that because I was like, I don't even know enough to get into that. But this makes it really easy for you. So it comes in this box. This is what it looks like. And then it has also this charger for it. So it's as easy as literally plugging this in. And then when you put this into the charger, the light will turn on showing you that it is charging. And then it'll let you know when it's done as well. And this is pretty self-explanatory. So this basically goes in, and it takes 2 minutes to track your cervical mucus. And then everything is connected to an app on your phone as well. And so it makes it super user-friendly. And it essentially, you turn it on, you put it in, you let it do its thing. It'll vibrate to let you know that it is done. And then it'll put everything into a graph to show you when you're the most fertile. And so tracking your cervical mucus is supposed to be even more accurate than OPKs and BBT. Like what I just explained by personal experience, I felt like it was hard to get an accurate read. Thought I wasn't ovulating for multiple months, but I just think I was over diluting my urine with water. So that made it really hard to tell. So I'm really excited to try this for my next cycle, because obviously when you're in the middle of your infertility journey, you're willing to try anything, but this is something that makes a lot of sense to me. It doesn't sound woo-woo. This is very scientific, and I'm not sure what the scientific thing is in here, but somehow it does it. And they have a lot of success with this thing. I've seen a lot of success rates with it. So this is something that I will be trying, and I do have a code as well for $10 off, which I will put up here for you guys. And they have had the sweetest customer service ever. They're totally willing to answer questions for you. There's a manual that comes in the box. But I just really wanted to share this with anyone who's in the same position I am, where you're just trying to find new ways to track your fertility and make sure you have the best possible fair chance every single month at conceiving your baby. So yeah, just wanted to share this with you guys. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below, and I will try to answer them over on my Instagram at Taylor Terrell, or you can always reach out to the kegg Instagram. Like I said, they're very friendly and they would be willing to answer questions for you. So I'm really excited. I will let you guys know how this goes in the future for me.